Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining us again Under the Library. This is the show where we play Call of Cthulhu, record it, and post it for your entertainment. For the last time, we are going to be at Chaosium, but once this airs, I think we're going to be back. But because we're leaving for Chaosium tomorrow morning, we're going to have a slightly abbreviated show because we got a lot of packing to do and things. So we're going to jump right into it. My name's Arthur. I'm playing Franny. Scott is out tonight. Once again, he's being a good parent. We are joined by Chris as John Boone, Rick as Bello Poulet, Emily as Jo, Wayne is Rutherford, and as always, our incredible keeper and the person who wrote this sandbox that we are playing in is Michael. Michael, show's all yours.
I'm not sure I want that kind of responsibility.
Too late.
Thanks for.
I passed it to you. It's yours. You can't. There's no take backsies.
Thanks for joining us. This is the disclaimer for playing Call of Cthulhu, a horror tabletop role-playing game. I'm a little nervous to put things out there because last week when I did, well, most of them came true with a lot of bodily functions. But I'll just say, we are playing mature themes with immature people, and leave it at that. And we look forward to you joining us tonight. Take it away, Emily, with our recap.
Okay. So as we ended previous to last week, Franny had just asked one of the ghosts, the spirits in the theater, how her great uncle died. So as we began last week, while the rest of the people in the theater see a sort of cinematic style moving image in the mist of a Western funeral, people in a circle throwing dirt on a grave, Franny hears, "Jack Crab, you're gonna meet your maker," in the background as a black appendage crosses her vision, drags a man across the floor who says, "Millie, it was all my fault." A large amorphous jaw snaps and a corpse falls. At this point, the vision recoalesces into a face which is the face of Franny's great uncle. And this face answers one more question. I guess it was Boone that asked a question about a corpse being eaten by cats. So the spirit face told the story of how he accidentally gave cats a hallucinogenic and they attacked a poor man named Lloyd. At this point, the show came to a close. Casper thanks the spirits and takes applause and flies out. In a blink, he's gone, and the cape flutters to the stage. Rutherford tries to grab the cape. He leaps on stage, stares out into the house, looking for signs of the spirits, but the two guards grab him and throw him off stage. While they were distracted, Jo tried one of the side doors. It was locked, but she did see purple mist coming out from tiny holes in the relief work on the base of the wall. At this moment, Boone begins to feel the effects of the pocket chicken. And being a hobo, he decided the best path was to squat behind a row and let loose. We called it a poopscapade. There was a stampede. Bello was trampled and took 5 points of damage. Bello has a concussion and a broken wing.
Does he?
Surprise, Bello.
Welcome back, Bello. We missed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jo and Franny move Bello out into the theater's lobby and sit him on a bench leaning against the wall. And at about this time, theater owner Levine starts to make an announcement. We are in lockdown. There are wild dogs in town again. And people in the town would know that every 3 to 6 weeks, the authorities move through warning of wolves or rabid dogs. So far, the town has been compliant, but none of us have seen them firsthand, and the stories diverge. Things don't really match up. Franny goes upstairs to use binoculars. She sees flickering lights and military police, but no dogs. Boone and what is Scott's character's name? Culligan. I wrote J and C. Sorry. Boone and Culligan discuss the situation as it stands and decide to talk to Dick. Dick is convinced everything that happened in the show is an illusion, but Jo very strongly believes that the spirits are dangerous. They could be from another realm. It is not okay. Levine announces that the lockdown is over. We hear the bullhorn outside and the announcement the animals have been contained. And that is where we ended our episode.
So as y'all are kind of shoulder to shoulder in the theater, everybody but roll some dice for me. Everybody roll a D100. I'll give it to the lowest.
Well, I'm in the bathroom, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. Are you
82?
82? Maybe we'll give it to you. That'd be kind of a fun
87.
Ooh,
40.
wow.
45.
How'd you do, Rutherford?
49.
All
Wow,
right.
I was the lowest roll. How is that possible? That never happens.
Franny, I'll give you the option. Do you want to give this moment of dialogue? Do you want to take it, or do you want to hand it over to Jo with the lowest roll?
Highest roll.
With the highest roll?
Highest roll, yeah.
I would like to pass.
We'll throw it. Yeah, exactly. A little game show in here.
Thanks, Pat. I'd like to pass.
So, Jo, as you're kind of wandering through the crowd, right? You're still on the first floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
This very kind of poofy haired, looks like she could be, in her 60s, and a nice kind of florally print dress. She comes right up to you and she says, "Oh, darling, honey, you are just adorable. Oh my goodness. What did you think of that performance? Now tell me."
Well, hi, ma'am. My name's Jo. Who are you?
Oh, I knew that already. I could just tell
Oh.
you looked like a Jo to me. I knew a Jo back at home, and well, she lived right down the street. Now she was a little older than you, mind you, but she was just a sweet little darling.
Well, that's very nice to know.
Had a nose just like yours. This is my husband. His name's Jimmy Dale. He doesn't remember things so well, but it's okay. He goes around. He enjoyed the show, but I'm not sure. He may not even remember. What was your favorite part, honey?
Well, I thought did you see actually when I helped with the cards?
I did. You were on stage, and that was amazing. Now tell me, did you catch a glimpse? How did he do that trick?
I have no idea. I couldn't see anything, but why do you know me?
Oh, I don't know you, honey. Don't mistake me. I just thought that I might know your name because you just look like that Jo down the street from me.
Well, do you live here in town? I don't know this Jo.
Oh no, Jimmy Dale and I, we're here visiting. We're on a tour. We just left Abeline, Texas, not too long ago, and we're headed all through the Southwest, but we thought we'd make a stop here in Los Alamos because we just think, this might be somewhere where we might settle down one day. It's just beautiful here.
Well, that's really exciting. I have a friend that really wants to travel. He just hasn't had the chance yet.
And who's your friend?
Well, his name's Cully. He's back in the crowd somewhere. I'm not sure where he is right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I would love to talk to him. I bet, let's see, he likes to travel, and y'all seem pretty close. Is he a writer of some sort?
Well, that's just scary.
No, it's a little knack of mine. I'm just pretty good at kind of reading into the details of things. And, I could just tell maybe. And I'll be honest, when you got down off the stage and I watched where you went to go sit down, I saw you sit next to him and he was scribbling on a pad. So maybe I saw, you know what I mean?
Okay, well, that's fine. Because it's just not, it's not natural to know things about people when they don't tell you.
Oh, I know, but I have a gift. My mama had the gift, and my grandmama had the gift, and we all have the gift. But it's more, some people would say it's mind reading, but really, honey, it's just about paying attention to the details. You pay attention to the details. And about that time, while she's talking to you, the man next to her, Jimmy Dale, who's about her age and kind of equally nondescript, really, right? Like he wouldn't stand out in any way. He's standing right next to her, and he says out loud, he says, Betty Lou, where are we? Where are we? And she said, "Oh, Jimmy Dale, don't you worry. We're in the theater. Remember, we just saw the match. Where are all these people here? What is this about the dogs? Where are the dogs coming from? I don't understand. There's dogs? What? No, honey, don't you worry. There's no more dogs. They took all good care of them. I'm here talking to my new friend Joe. Right, Joe?"
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
She just seems a little confused, but don't worry. I'm just telling her about my gift.
Well, if you have a gift, what do you know about me?
Oh, well, I could tell you a thing or two, but just judging by you, you're probably doing some sort of work, like with your hands. I'm guessing, let me think here. Let me see your hands. Will you show your hands to me?
Sure, I'll hold up my hands.
And she kind of stares down at your palms, and she looks into your eyes, and she says, "I bet you work in a grocery store. Do you work in a grocery store?"
Of sorts.
And I bet sometimes.
And I'm just looking at my hands.
And she goes, "And I bet sometimes those palms of yours, they're able to do some lifting occasionally. You know what I mean?"
No,
it's okay. It's
just
between you and me. I wouldn't tell a soul, but it's okay. I know you do a little lifting. Miss Betty Lou here, I'm just never wrong about these things.
Well, ma'am, this is quite remarkable. Would you come and meet my friends?
Oh, well, I don't know what you'd want me to do that for now, you hear? Because Jimmy Dale and we have a date later, but maybe if we run into you, we'll run into you about town. And you know what? You also seem like somebody who could use a quarter. You mind if I give you a quarter? Would that be insulting to you?
I don't need to take your money, but it's very nice of you to offer. As you said, I do have a job.
You wouldn't be taken. I think you've entertained the little old lady long enough, and I've gabbed your ears off for, a long time now. So how about you take my quarter, and it'll give me peace of mind for talking your ear off. And
well,
she
ma'am,
reaches into a little purse, and she pulls out a quarter for you.
Instead of a quarter, why don't you answer another question for me? Because you asked me if I knew how this show worked, and I don't have a clue, but with your special skills, you might have an idea.
Make a persuade roll.
That's not a great skill for Joe. 73.
And
that's a fail.
Okay, yeah. I maybe guess that. I'm going to go out on a limb. And she looks at you and she says, "I might tell you later what I noticed, but as for now, Jimmy Dale and I have a date at the ice cream shop down the street, and I'm going to go get me a banana split because, I do love me a banana split." And she gives you a quarter, and they start to make their way kind of out through the crowd.
Goodbye. If I look at the quarter, does it look like a normal quarter?
That's an excellent question.
Oh, it is a good question.
It has Lomava fumes coming off it.
Make a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
That'd be interesting.
That's a little bit of a better skill than persuade. And I got a hard success.
All right. Then this is probably going to be, what's that word? Anachronistically incorrect. But we're going to say the date on the coin says 1892.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Well, I'll
those who might have a look on their face like Rick in the audience right now, 1892 was when our last campaign took place.
I got it.
So if I wanted to turn around and start looking for people I recognized, who would I see first?
Who would you see first? Well, I think since he passed this on to you, we'll give that to Franny.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Since she passed this, I apologize, Franny.
And
Okay.
also,
Oh, it's okay, darling.
Wouldn't Bello be nearby? Because didn't you say you set him down on a bench somewhere?
We did, but then I moved away because I was talking to Culligan and Dick and you as well.
Oh, I ran away.
Well, you did have a conversation at the end of the session with Culligan and then decided to talk to Dick. So you must have come back from the bathroom.
Nope, I'm still in the bathroom.
Then I imagined it and wrote down notes that I made up. Okay. That's fine.
Know. Yeah.
Anyway,
So do you come up to me?
So yeah, I come up to you. Franny, there you are.
Who are you talking to there?
Well, this lady, I don't know who she was or why she talked to me, but she gave me this quarter and it seems to be very, very old. Look at this.
I'll look at it. Do I notice the date?
Sure, I'll give you that. Yeah. I mean, if you didn't, Joe probably would have pointed it out to you.
Yeah.
If she said it was very old, you would have looked at the date.
Yeah. Well, that's very interesting. Do you mind if I hang on to that? Could I trade it for another quarter for you?
You can have it. She gave it to me and I told her she didn't have to give me money. I have a job. I don't need handouts.
I'm going to pull like a handkerchief out and wrap it up in it. And I'm taking that shit back to the lab.
But Franny,
check it out.
I have to tell you, she made me feel really nervous.
Oh, why's that?
It seemed like she knew things she shouldn't know.
Well, like what?
Well, like she knew Cully was a writer and she knew I worked in a grocery store and like
and you've never seen her before?
I've never seen her before. She said she was traveling and just came here.
From where?
Texas, I think. I've never been. I haven't been far. We'll just say that.
Well, that's very
She told you
interesting.
Abeline. Yeah. I don't know if you'd remember. She told you Abeline, though.
Abeline, Texas. Okay. Well, I mean, now both of those things are easily learnable. She could have seen you in the store, and she certainly could have seen Cully with his notebook. He doesn't hide it. So those two things, I understand why it might be a little weird, but someone who's observant could know those things. Is there anything else she told you that made you feel weird?
I don't know. I don't remember, Keeper.
Boone's in the bathroom.
She told me Boone was in the bathroom. I don't know. It was just this feeling I got, but she did say she was going to get ice cream. And I asked if she'd come and talk to my friends because I was starting to feel a little weird and she wouldn't.
So now, I don't mean to change the subject, honey, but
I forgot, but I just remembered now that she said she was going to see me later. Now that, I don't know why she would see me later.
Well, do you think that she put the thought of ice cream in your head and now you want to go get some ice cream and you're going to bump into her there? And then she'll be able to say, I told you we'd meet later.
Well, if so, that's just manipulative.
Well, that is a little manipulative, but...
And she had this man with her who didn't seem to know where he was.
Oh, yeah. Was he a little old?
Well, they were both a little old.
Yeah, that
a lot old, really. Seemed old to me.
So, hey, Joe, honey, do you think that we need to get this man here some medical attention?
Well, which man are we looking at?
The chicken man? He does not look too good.
Bleeding from the ears.
I'm not a big fan of him, but he doesn't look healthy, and I would feel bad if something horrible happened to him and we just stood here and let him suffer.
Ruptured a gizzard.
Mr. Chicken, are you okay there? Just gonna pat him on the head. Can you talk?
Yes. Yeah, I can talk. I'm gonna learn you one thing or two about a thing or two here. When you get trampled in Kentucky, you just get on up and you just keep on walking. You see, that's what we do. We don't let those horses off. You reckon?
I think he's. Oh,
I don't know what that
I don't know,
means.
Franny.
I may have a concussion.
I don't know. Well, we could call the doctor.
Yeah, do we know a doctor? Being from the area, we would probably know a doctor, right?
Sure, there's a doctor in town.
Okay.
This always works out well.
So I'll go and look for a phone to try and call a doctor.
Oh,
is his
okay,
name Red by any chance?
You're gonna lose a wing.
Does he have a health emporium? Is this Blues Health Emporium? Green's Health Emporium?
Let's see how good your doctor is right now and how shady his past is.
Okay, excellent.
These do not bode well for your doctor.
I think it'd be great if this doctor was related to the doctor from I don't know, the last campaign somehow.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh,
this is Red's great grandson, Green.
Yeah, radish orange.
Oh wow. Well, the doctor in town, he's known for having a. Y'all would know this about him. Let's change it up a little. Let's make the doctor a her, and we'll name her Eveline Gardener. And Abeline makes house calls. She has a penchant when she's out on house calls, though, to pick up stray dogs. And so her clinic has a massive kennel behind it. So anytime you're at the doctor's office, there's always barking, right? She probably has 15 or 20 dogs back there.
That's comforting.
Yeah. The thing that you would note that's really comforting is she believes that, and again, this is common knowledge around town. She believes that to stay in touch with her practice and to stay motivated, she occasionally volunteers as a gravedigger.
Does her medical practice use a system where the body has different zones?
She is a
solid medicine, man.
Western trained doctor in the cutting edge of 40s science, and was invited to the town by the government to be a local doctor. So she is considered, though quite eccentric, to be at the top of her field.
And grave digging is her hobby?
No, it's not her hobby. It helps her stay motivated and to heal people. She occasionally volunteers to help with grave digging.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sure. Why not? So I'm going to attempt to go and call her.
Okay.
See if I can find a phone, give her a call. Tell her there's a man here who may or may not be a chicken, who appears to be injured.
And he has an aversion to dogs because, as he pointed out, he smells like chicken.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Wonderful.
Which would be perfect to take him to the doctor's office with all the dogs.
Right. So I'm assuming you would ask Mr. Levine.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Hi. How can I assist you?
Well, there's this man over here, the one that you didn't particularly like very much, the chicken man. He appears to be pretty severely injured, and I would like to call Dr. Gardner to try and get him some assistance.
How about, could you take him to Dr. Gardner?
Well, I don't have a vehicle.
More efficient.
I don't have a way to drive him there, and I would assume that it wouldn't be good for business if he were to expire in your lobby. So I was hoping to get the doctor to come here and do something with him. To be honest, I'm just trying to assuage my own guilt.
Okay. And he goes, certainly, I'll take you up to my office, and you can place the call from there. And he starts kind of going up the stairs to the second floor. There's the second floor lobby with the doors, which would lead to the orchestra balcony, and then a door off to the right with his office in it.
Okay. No other doors. I'm looking around to see if I can see anything, just sort of, just on the sly, giving some looks left and right, see if I see anything investigator style.
Make a spot hidden.
All right. Still
He's
rolling.
gonna blow it.
It's still rolling.
He's gonna get like a paper cut in his eyeball.
No, it's not that bad, but it's not a success.
Okay.
don't
Levine's
think.
office is a mess. There's papers everywhere, and you're just kind of amazed that he's able to like run a theater. It's such a mess. So, and he says, here, since it's my office, do you mind if I wait in here with you while you make the call?
Oh, I suppose not. Don't worry, I won't steal anything, but it's certainly fine if you wait. It should be a short phone call, I hope.
Okay.
Was Bello in a good enough position where he could have followed?
I don't believe your chicken suit is going to allow you to navigate the stairwell with a concussion that well. But if you want to roll on that, you're more than welcome to.
I would love to see the results of
Mr.
that.
Bello, don't try to move. You seem pretty unsteady.
74. Oh, I don't know. God willing, and as long as the water don't rise, I'll make my way up there. He's making a phone call on my behalf. I want to at least provide him with some words of reassurance and gratitude.
So as you get to the base of the steps to go up, everything, you've got kind of a double vision, and you go to step out on one of the steps that you see, and your legs just miss and you fall forward. Luckily, the front of the chicken costume seems to cushion your fall, but you decide that you might be better off waiting downstairs on the bench.
All right. What in John Nation? Miss Barnes, there are multiple of you. I don't know what happened. Did your twin come in here?
It's just me. Oh my goodness, but that reminded me of that lady again. Sorry, I met this lady. And she could just know things about me. And she said that there was a girl that looked just like me that was named. Did she say she was named Joe? I'm making shit up now.
She definitely had your nose.
Bello.
She did. Okay. Oh, she had my nose. That's right.
Well, I see two of you right now. I'll tell you that. And you got the same nose. That is
You should sit down.
That's a good idea.
Can Bo
Sound medical advice.
Bo, can Joe try to snag another pocket chicken?
While she's helping him down, try to pickpocket him.
More pocket chicken? Oh, man.
Trampled
You don't have
pocket
to-
chicken.
You don't have to.
Did we not all learn our lesson about pocket
Yeah.
chicken?
No, don't tell her that. Let her do it.
Yeah, but it's chicken roulette, man.
It's a really bad habit.
You don't have to steal anything. I mean, if I notice you're going in for more pocket chicken, I'll give you pocket chicken.
Well, I don't know if you'll notice.
I feel so wrong. I'm not even in this and I feel wrong.
What I find is chicken.
Ah!
This is going to be a fun weekend.
Should
Should I roll something?
You just roll when you find a
Keeper? Would that be stealth?
Can we just move to Franny's phone call? Because I really...
No.
What?
This is the
I
thing
think you
you're
have
not
to
going
roll
to play
spot
out.
hidden. Spot hidden for chicken.
We can't skip
So-
past the phone call, but you're going to skip past the pickpocket chicken?
Pocket chicken.
I have a 14-year-old searching Bello for pocket chicken. It's just
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, no.
16. I'm 16. I just look young for my age.
I'm
In
about to-
Kentucky, that's well past Marion age.
Oh, yeah.
so close to my X card here. I don't even know what to do.
God. All right, Keeper, what are you going to do?
Michael, are you going to X card Emily?
What? I don't even know what do you want to do?
She just
What
wants
is-
some
what is-
chicken.
I just want to stealth some pocket chicken.
How did pocket chicken even make its way into this damn?
Oh, this is
That's
now.
Joe. She coined the phrase pocket chicken.
This is canon.
Well, at least we have a title for the episode. Joe, I guess roll for. You know what? Can we just keep it simple? Roll for luck.
But my stealth is better than my luck. It's so much better.
I have to see if there is any pocket chicken. That's. I thought he gave away all the chicken. I'm pretty sure, actually, episode 1 that
Failed my luck roll.
Yeah, we took a lot of chicken. We were like having a chicken feast.
Bello always has an extra piece.
Oh no!
So if
Please,
I failed my luck roll, what's in the costume?
please. Oh,
God.
we don't want your crack chicken.
All right, so you go to snag some pocket chicken, and you realize, like, in that moment you're like,
Oh, is
don't
this going to
think
get
there's
romantic in that moment?
no.
Suddenly, the wind,
it's
the breeze,
absolutely-
blows the curtain.
Michael is so uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
I almost X-carded it, Chris. We're definitely not getting romantic with the pocket chicken. You think back to the smell coming out of the theater, that fresh shit smell that's wafting up from the back, and you think to yourself, your little Joe brain for a minute there goes, maybe I don't want to eat the pocket chicken.
Is it still greaseless?
Yeah, it's still greaseless.
Okay, I have a couple questions. First of all, how did she manage to fail her luck roll and then get good advice from the keeper? And two, I just
wanted
want
chicken.
I just want to point out for those who are not watching on YouTube that Emily just tried to take a sip of her own beverage and unprompted just started giggling, and I think may have snarfed a little.
Totally irrelevant.
But it was really funny to watch.
Hey, can we ding Emily for that?
That doesn't mean what you think it
And
means.
crickets.
Oh, I'm so glad you tried to pickpocket Bello.
I'm just not lucky. Just not lucky enough.
Keeper, did Bello notice her trying to
That-
snag some chicken?
That was my question.
Can we just go on to Franny's phone call,
No,
please?
no, I need
No, I
need
want to know more about this chicken.
Okay, make a stealth roll, Joe. Make your stealth roll.
Okay, I would
Please
love
make this roll.
to.
And also,
I would
Rick,
love to.
Please make
Is
the roll, please
snag
make the
some
roll.
chicken a euphemism?
Oh, God.
We're gonna find out.
I made the roll.
Okay, you did not notice. You can move on now.
Fine.
Did she
Ow.
did she find anything else?
Jesus.
Is there any money or a note
Spot hidden?
or any
Ooh.
sort of
No,
I said- I
it
wasn't
doesn't
trying
have
to
to
be
be
dirty. I
lucky.
just
Yeah.
thought there might be something else in the pocket.
It doesn't have to be creepy, Michael.
Seasoning?
she was unlucky. She was
A,
unlucky.
Maybe he wrote down the recipe.
I was gonna say a recipe for
No,
greaseless chicken.
You already used my unluckiness to not eat the chicken.
Yeah.
Which seems like the opposite. I feel like there's another role here.
I hate y'all. I hate y'all a lot right now. I just want you to know.
Great.
You're just making everything dirty.
Yeah.
Rutherford, could you please interrupt this? Please?
I'm just
Rutherford,
thinking about
what-
if there's stuffing in there too.
Some mashed potatoes.
Yeah, her hand landed into a pocket of mashed potatoes. That's for sure.
Watch out for the gravy.
Don't ask where the brown Betty's kept. So that's
Ooh,
We can
that's
move.
hot.
Poor
Ooh.
we can
Michael.
move on.
Can we?
Okay, let's do the phone call. Michael clearly is not interested in my pickpocketing habits.
You failed. You failed. You didn't get anything. You muffed the pocket picking roll. Okay.
I don't know. Somehow not getting the chicken seems like a win.
It's true.
You got leprosy.
Little do you know.
touched Bello and you got leprosy. Congratulations. Is that what you wanted?
No.
No. All right.
Honestly, the joke, Michael, would be the joke would be salmonella.
Yeah.
Just saying. That would be the.
It's true.
Uh-oh. Bello's going to get fried.
All right. Should we go to the phone
Meanwhile,
call
I'm in
now?
the bathroom dealing with my cholera.
Oh.
You got dysentery already.
Oh, poor Boone.
How is the 1940s more like Oregon Trail than the 1890s? That's what I want to know.
Because pocket chicken.
This pocket chicken. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Phone call?
Franny. Yes.
Okay. So, do I know Dr. Gardner's number, or do I just do old school, 1940 style, pick it up, talk to,
Sure.
Janet, the operator,
Yep.
and okay.
Sure. Operator.
Good evening, darling. Could I have Dr. Gardner, please?
Ringing. Hold, please.
Thank you.
And you hear the ring, 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 and then you hear a pretty young voice say, "Dr. Gardner's office. How may I help you?"
Do I hear the dog barking before she answers, or the dog's barking?
Sure.
I'm
Yeah,
imagining
seems
dogs barking in the background.
Yeah.
'Cause you set this up.
Dr.
I
Gardner's
was
office.
imagining the operator being Lily Tomlin.
Okay, that works.
The one ringy dingy.
Yeah.
Two ringy dingies.
Good evening, Dr. Gardner. This is Franny.
This is not Dr. Gardner. This is her receptionist.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. This is Franny. I'm over here at the theater, and there's a gentleman here who seems to have sustained some injuries, and I think that he needs to see Dr. Gardner. Is it possible for her to make an appearance over here?
Would you classify this as an emergency, ma'am?
Well, I think so. We're a little worried to let him even stand up. He does not look good.
Okay. It might be a few minutes. We have a patient who just came in tears, and Dr. Gardner does want to see to him, but I'll have her over to the theater momentarily if possible.
Oh, I'm not there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm terribly sorry. What is what happened to him? There's no HIPAA yet. There's no HIPAA yet. There's no HIPAA.
No, I know.
You guys,
Well,
man, triage is horrible in this town.
well,
Here,
I
let me daub his tears.
now I don't want to speak out of turn, but where'd that southern accent come from? Now I don't want to speak out of turn, but well, he came in from the dentist, and apparently the dentist was pulling his tooth, and you should have seen his face. I think they slipped or something. I feel for him. But I would say that unless it was a dire emergency, this man probably needs more help than your friend at the moment.
Well, I mean, I think he does have a head injury, and it appears that
so does this man.
He may have
I
been.
do believe that
He may have been
that pair of
trampled.
pliers probably knocked him in the skull as it was coming out.
Oh, that sounds terrible. Well, this.
I wouldn't use our dentist. I just would. I mean,
Side note, I did get a crown put on this afternoon. So I was actually in the dentist this afternoon thinking about telling the story of what happened in the dentist in our pre-show conversation today. That's what I was thinking as I was sitting there in the chair. So anyway.
but you're not in tears, and you're pretty lucid, so it must have gone okay.
Yeah, not anymore. No, it was totally fine. It was totally fine. So I totally lost my train of thought. Well, this man does. I think he's been trampled, there was a big mass exodus out of the theater, and I think he may have been stepped on and knocked about a bit. But we'll wait. We'll wait for him.
Okay, I'll have her over there just as soon as I can, and it probably will be the beginning of next episode, but I'll have her there right and ready.
Okay, that sounds perfect. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. And you can call the theater if you need to speak with us for any reason.
Oh, I'll make a note of that.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and do you know the name of the person?
Did I catch his name?
I don't know.
Bello?
Well, I don't think you can meet. You can't miss him. He doesn't. He looks like a big chicken. He's dressed as a chicken. So I don't think
need a chicken vet.
I don't think you can miss him.
Okay. Well, I will let her know that then. Do you need me to call the psychiatrist as well?
Well, I don't know. It might not be a bad idea now that you mention it. He was handing out chicken to children, so it's possible.
Oh, this is starting to sound more concerning by the minute. I am very, very concerned. Do you think I should call the police instead of the psychiatrist?
Well, I don't know if we're quite to that level yet, although Mr. Levine may disagree, but I'll let him decide on that if he decides to take that course. Okay. But I don't think that anyone is in any immediate danger other than the potential of his health maladies.
Ooh, I can't wait to tell this story at the bar tonight.
I'm sure.
Okay, I'll have her over as soon as I can, and she hangs up.
Thanks very much.
Handing out chicken to children.
You broke Chris.
Yeah.
All right.
And you get a chicken nugget, and you get a chicken nugget, and you get a chicken nugget.
He's just a harmless old man handing out chicken to kids.
Oh my God.
Or like a Family Guy character. Okay. All right. Rutherford, Boone, do y'all want to do anything tonight?
Well, the doors are open. I was going to say, and I'll actually go check on Boone because. It was Cully who helped me out, but I'll go check on Boone. Why not? I was going to say.
Well, I was helping you. Remember, before I had my episode, I was using hobo medicine.
Oh, that's right, medicine.
On your leg.
So I will go to the facilities and check on good old Boone in there, and I'll call in Mr. Boone. Are you okay? You had a bit of an episode in the theater, and I just want to make sure you're well.
Yeah, I'm fine now. And I come out, and I thoroughly cleaned all the nooks and crannies. I took the pants off. I thoroughly washed them. So the only evidence of my shame is that now my pants are soaking wet.
I was going to say, are you wearing pants? Are you doing a Winnie the Pooh thing?
No. I've got pants on.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, a few hours out in this New Mexico weather, and these pants should be dry. I don't want. I can't think of the feller's name.
Dick is his name.
Dick. Oh, how could I forget Dick? I don't want to give Dick his pants back until they're dry. So.
Yeah. You don't want to give Dick wet pants.
How you doing? How's your leg?
Oh, I'm no worse for the wear. It was only a little bruise, and so we should probably make our way out of this theater. It seems to be emptying out at this point. The doors are open, and and I do air quotes, the dogs that supposedly come by are gone, but I don't think there's any dogs.
Well, that's both mysterious and fortuitous. I'm glad that we can get out of here. I don't want to be around people that might have seen me.
And the young fellow Cully, he seems to have gotten lost in the crowd, and he might be off. But we shouldn't worry about him. But we should.
I like Cully. He's a good kid. Well, if you think he's missing, maybe let's go find him.
I think he knows what he's doing. He was just in the crowd, and I think we should go find our friend, our host, and see how he is, and perhaps even head back to the house.
Okay, that sounds good.
And by this time, the lobby's opened up considerably, right? People have poured out kind of into the streets from the lobby, and you're not shoulder to shoulder anymore. And as you look around, you don't see Dick.
But we do see a big wounded chicken sitting on the stairs.
Well, yes. I don't want to bump into Dick until my pants are dried out.
How big is Dick? Could they just miss him?
Depends on how cold it is.
It's well air conditioned in this theater.
Yeah, I got to get out where it's warm. So let's go wandering, Rutherford.
I said we'll look around and see if there's any evidence of these dogs that they were talking about, but I don't think there are. And I also wanted to take a look around the back of the theater, and maybe we can catch a glimpse of Casper cleaning up their act, and perhaps he's on his way. So
that's a good idea. You lead, I'll follow.
All right, so we'll head on out, and I don't know if there's an alley or what the situation was, but we head towards the back of the theater and want to take a gander to see what's going on back there.
You mean to the front of the theater, back towards the stage?
No, leave the theater, but then go outside.
Like the stage.
Got you. Yes, to the outside of the theater.
See if they're unloading the show.
Oh, okay. As you walk around the side, there is a door, but there's no activity outside the door.
So the door to the very back of the place.
No vehicle parked.
No vehicle. A big reason for this would be that this show is in town for a while. It's been going on.
Okay.
And it's not a one and done kind of deal. So
gotcha.
But as you are wandering around the theater, the sky lights up momentarily with this beautiful kind of fuchsia light. It blinks a couple times. It goes away. There's a big burst of green, and then it's gone as well.
Is it about sundown, or is it past sundown?
It's past sundown. These aren't infrequent things. And
I was going to say, is that a normal occurrence?
It's been, they talk about it often in the papers, and they talk about the unique Los Alamos Boreales effect of the atmosphere.
Is it in the direction of the science labs? And I would say, is this something that Rutherford would have seen before?
It's something Rutherford definitely would have seen before. The way the light disperses, it's hard to pinpoint. But you could make an intelligence roll on that.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. Rutherford's freaky intelligent, and he would have been trying to triangulate on these occurrences if they're in the same place or different, and starting to work out a pattern.
Okay. Let's see what you got.
His intelligence roll, I made a normal success.
A normal success. Okay, you've been able to isolate that the source is on Earth, that it despite everything that you've read and all the scientific theorizing about these atmospheric lights, though they appear atmospheric, they're definitely Earthborn.
And I get a sense that they're man-made.
You don't know about that.
Okay.
You just know that they're Earthborn. Which I guess you would probably, with that roll, you would hypothesize that they're man-made.
That's what I was going to say. I'm going to surmise that they're having definitely something to do with the science lab. And having been in science himself, there's an awful lot of things going on with explosions and his interest in the nuclear world, and could be something connected to that. So that would be how he susses this out. Okay. And then I would turn to Boone and I said, those lights are not a natural phenomenon. That is something I believe coming from the nearby science lab, and it's a curiosity, and it may be connected to the supposed dogs that come around town. They clear the streets, and I think it's a connection.
Well, I don't know much about those things, so whatever you say there, Professor.
I said, wait.
Give me another intelligence roll. Sorry.
Absolutely.
And this roll is brought to you by Spangler Peanuts, the tastiest peanuts ever made.
That one I make a hard success.
Oh,
Speaking of Spanglers,
yes,
I will have one.
there you go. It's time for our Spanglers break. You notice that the lights, and you have been able to, or more than notice, you've been able to document that these lights occur right after the release of a lockdown and containment of the animals.
Okay, so there's a pattern for sure. And I said to Mr. Boone, I said, there's something going on in this town, and I don't know what brought you to this town, but I mean to find out and get to the bottom of it. There's some unnatural activity going on, and perhaps dangerous, very dangerous scientific research that puts everyone here in danger.
Oh, well, adventure is my middle name. So, yeah.
I'd like to invite you on board into finding out what was going on. This is what had me leave my position at a college. I was drawn to the phenomenon that they're working on here with, I believe, the whole new world of nuclear energy and releasing it in perhaps foolish ways.
Again, you're talking to the wrong person. I don't understand a word what you just said, but if you need someone to distract someone or whatever,
then let's shake on it. It's a deal. Let's work on this together. I was gonna say.
Okay, I spit in my hand like hobos do,
and Rutherford's right on board with that. So Rutherford he's single-minded in his endeavor to find out what's going on, obviously with the stage and stuff like that. And he says, and I'm not sure what's going on in this theater, but there was some unnatural goings on here too that are unexplainable. I don't think they are connected, but there's just more strange happenings in this town than should be.
In the theater, that definitely wasn't science. That was some sort of hocus pocus. But as for the science, I can't think tonight.
Yeah, I suggest we go find
words
out. Words
connected with other words occasionally provide meaning, which is transmitted from me to you, etc.
Basically, he pooped out everything in the theater.
I don't have any electrolytes left.
Mr. Boone and I see it. He's in a way where he needs to have a good glass of lemonade back at Mr. Dick's house. The lemonade needs to replenish him. So I'll bring him out front and we'll look for our host.
Okay. And make a spot hidden.
Oh, I think I'm pretty good with spot hidden. Let us see.
That's a good roll. Let me see what I have there.
Yeah.
I made a hard success.
No, y'all are really going to fuck up the plot line here then.
And I got a success.
All right. So, Boone, as you look down the street, Rutherford's looking the other way. Boone, as you look down the street, you see two men appearing to shove another man into a car. Not like throw him into the car, but a little forcefully move him into a car. But you don't see your host anywhere. And in the kind of dusk light, it's hard to make out who they are. But you see this occur.
Well, let Rutherford know. Hey, a couple of fellers are just kind of manhandling another fella into a car over there.
And I said, did you get a look at what he was wearing?
No, I couldn't see. My my eyes are kind of.
All right, I'm going to ask our keeper. Would Rutherford, having now known Dick for a while, sensed any that Dick should be careful, or that people may have been after him for his for who he is and maybe some things he was doing or intentions.
Do we have like an intuition roll? That's what we need. What would intuition be in? We need that.
Yeah, that could be a great thing to add to it. What would that be?
That's a great question.
Oh.
I guess it would be one of the
Psychology.
They have an idea roll, but
Oh,
that's
idea.
intelligence.
Yeah, that's more if people get stuck.
Yeah.
Trying to think of
intuition.
Mm.
we could call that
There should
Like
definitely
insight.
In D&D that would be wisdom.
survival
Or insight.
Yeah, it'd be insight.
Oh, we don't have insight.
Oh no.
Yeah.
In D&D it would be insight.
Yeah, and
Which
I'm
is
wondering.
intelligence based.
Yeah. All right, let's call it a. I'll put your intuition under listen. I know that's kind of a weird reach, but no, psychology's good. Let's do psychology. Yeah, psychology makes sense because you know your friend. We'll call it that.
How about listen?
Sure. I'm okay with listen because depending on how you're listening to your friend's tone and those kinds of things, it's kind of a stretch, but we don't have a direct corollary, so let's go with it.
I was gonna say because being an egghead, he actually has a pretty good listen skill because that's what he's learning things. We're gonna roll that. Oh my goodness! I just made it. I got it.
Okay, and
Regular
you
system.
get it as Boone tells you this, you get a real sinking feeling in your stomach, right? Because you're kind of flashing back to the house and you're thinking about how he was shaking a little bit more when he was making drinks than he normally would. He seemed a little edgy in his words. And even though Dick's not known for being the most hospitable person, he was unusually preoccupied. And as you kind of piece these things together, you're all of a sudden starting to feel really uncertain.
And I say, Mr. Boone, I have a dreadful feeling about that figure down the road. I just have a weird sense, and Rutherford,
and at about that time, the car
takes off.
Yeah.
So I was going to say Rutherford would run. He would just start running. He just reacts, and he would try to get a look to see if he sees anything about the car that would distinguish it. It's getting to be darker, so I don't know if there's street lights to see color, make, model, license, whatever he could see.
All right, give me a spot hidden on that.
All right. Distinguishing mark. Looking for a dent even. Who knows? And a spot. He's got a really good spot hidden being a good scientist. So 63 is a success.
Okay. And you're able to identify that it's a very generic looking black car. The license plate as it zooms away in the dusk is pretty illegible, and your instinct combined with what you're seeing, to you it just reeks of being a government automobile.
Oh, there, I was going to say, so it's so bland it's government.
Yeah.
All right, and if I don't know if Mr. Boone came, but I said, Mr. Boone, I believe our host has been taken by the government. And I think we need to get our friends together. I was going to say, who in our group knows Dick the best?
Culligan.
That's what I thought.
So
Okay.
we'll be able to grab him next. Actually, you probably do. You would know him best, and Culligan would know him well.
He knew him from college days and such like that.
As you're saying this, a very tall, slender woman with deep black hair and a lock of skunked hair. Do you know what that means? Like
white.
a lock of skunked hair walks into the front of the theater doors. She has on a lab coat and shouts very loudly, "Did somebody call a doctor?" And we'll close there.
Nice.
Nice. Fantastic.
Oh, our mystery starts. Nice.
That was a tremendous amount of fun. All right. Thanks for joining us. That's going to do it for us tonight. We will see you next week. In the meantime, please come and check us out, underthelibrary.com, Under the Library on Instagram, Under the LIB on Twitter, and on YouTube. You can just search Under the Library.
Can I throw a shout out in here?
Yeah, shout out. All you want. Go for it.
We should put this at the beginning. We'll have to put it at the beginning
yeah.
of
We
next
really
episode.
should talk about this.
Yeah, we have published a module. Under the Library has put out a module on Drive-Through RPG, and it's a tie-in to season 1 of our show. And if you want to, look it up. It's called The Snake's Oil. We're really proud of it. Features all the characters from season 1 and an undiscovered plot line that we wrote out for y'all. So if you're interested, take a look there. If you have any questions, reach out to us.
And with that, we are going to say goodnight for myself, for Michael, for Emily, Wayne, Rick, Chris, and even the absent Scott. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.